So would you say the reason you're so, I think you're very well balanced, even though
You
you
do.
do
That's
so,
shocking.
no, even though you wear so many different hats and
Hmm.
you have so many things going on, I feel like when I think of like who's having fun, who's like killing it, who is like also like really authentic to themselves, like you're definitely one of those friends. I don't
Hmm.
know how you do it. It's amazing to see.
Lots of margaritas and
Lots
alcohol
of margaritas.
involved.
No,
Yeah.
but how do you really keep it all balanced? Like how do you remain Violet under
Hmm.
all the pressures of like running a studio and also make time for friends and yeah, I'm
I,
terrible at that. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I, it's not, it's not like it's easy to balance because I think that's, everyone struggles with balance. And yeah, if you're doing something that you love, you get really locked into it. I think for myself, one of the things is when I was growing up, my mom did kind of what I did. She never slept. She was always ready to work. And when she was done working, she felt like she gave her all so much to other people that she needed some type of relief and some type of um, social interaction or what have you. So for me, I think it's just if I'm if I'm home and I'm looking around, I'm just thinking about things that I want to do.
Mm.
So I almost go out as a way of not having to think or not having to put my brain on to work because I feel so inspired by what I do that when I go home and I have free time, I'm just thinking more about what I can do to better my business. And you need a break from that or
Yeah.
else you'll go crazy and that's your whole life. And I think the other part is I never wanted to make one thing my entire identity or my entire life. So even with the types of friends that I have, I feel like you've been to plenty of my dinner parties
We're
or
all very
holiday
different. I
parties.
love it.
Yeah, they're all from different walks of life and they're different types of characters, some reserved, some wild. But I think that that's the essence of life is to have a culmination of different perspectives and personalities around you to keep things exciting and entertaining and to keep yourself educated in ways that maybe you don't naturally gravitate towards, but you have this friend with a wealth of knowledge and just by hanging out with them, you get a different perspective on life than you otherwise would have had. So, to answer your question a little bit shorter, the way I keep things balanced is I think of everything in my life as an opportunity to expand my perspective. And I believe in taking opportunities and doing everything I can with them. So I guess balance is coming from a place of wanting to be constantly inspired. So I constantly put myself in different directions to do that.
That's great. Um, so health is wealth. Besides your
Mm-hmm.
Air One runs and obviously being
So
super
much Air One. Oh God, I love my Air One.
being super active in the studio, what else are some like healthy habits that you incorporate into your daily life that you would suggest for other people to
Yeah,
do?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Health is so important. I think as a coach or as someone who owns and is the face of a gymnastics center, I take a lot of pride in my responsibility to be kind to myself and to be healthy as a way of being a good example to the little girls and boys that are around me. So for me, uh, I do a bunch of things. So boxing is a great stress relief for
Mm.
me. Love boxing. My brother's a fighter, so I always felt, like I gravitated towards that. And I live in a hill, so I go for like hikes and runs all the time. It's my time to connect with nature. It's my time to run and to just, again, like make sure my thoughts are just out of my mind for a second. In terms of outside of exercise and taking it one step further, self care, health is so important. You have to be kind to your body. We have cars that we take for oil changes and for check ins, so you have to do the same thing with yourself. Personally, I'm a big proponent on ice baths, and I go to the Voda Spa, which is in West Hollywood, and
I've seen your posts.
oh my gosh, I spend the whole day at Voda Spa trying to go to the steam room and get I think it's called Banya or like Platza, where they beat you with the leaves and stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. I always feel so great after that. I also go to a place called Next Health,
Hmm.
and they're, I think you say regenerative health
Like
or
biohacking.
that thing. And though I don't fully understand like every aspect of what I do there, I feel a lot better when I leave
You
there.
look young. I thought you had gotten a bunch of Botox, but apparently
Thank
it's
you.
Next and Voda.
Thanks.
That's good to know.
Yeah, so Next Health, I do like the infrared sauna, and they have these like B12 shots and all of those things. So those are kind of some of the ways that I think are great to keep up your health, is just to exercise, but on top of exercise, think about what's going into your body. You know, as much as I go out and I party like a crazy person, I party responsibly. So I think that helps. I really get, like I said, I get inspired by being around people, not about doing anything. So for me, I'm probably the healthiest go outer you'll see. I'm constantly there, like chugging an orange juice, you know?
Yeah.
So those are I think off the top of my head the best health and wellness tools. Also, just taking a little bit of time to do sound baths or something that really helps you meditate. Like you have to, or I imagine your body to constantly be going through vibration, right?
Yeah.
So if my vibration is always at a 10, like I came in here with a whole bag of stuff coming straight from work, like my vibration is at a 10 of like being constantly busy and feeling like I'm bouncing around. So I think it's really important to balance out your health with finding moments to just resonate with a soft vibration, like a 1. And for me, that's sound baths and times where I can like lay flat, and I feel like that steadies whatever stress or whatever is inside me. And I think that, you know, exercise is not just the only way to be healthy. Actually, just taking time to give your body relief is also so important to your health. So sound baths. Yeah.
So I do fork tuning sound baths as well. And I've just recently started getting into frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
But you seem so wise, or like at least like you have a lot of knowledge just from how like fluid it came out of you, right? Did you read something? Do you have an energy healer? Do you like how do you know this? Because I need to know this.
Well, on the aspect of the sound bath things,
The balancing of the frequencies.
yeah, when I was still in my Palisades house, I let a friend of mine stay with me, and she is this amazing sound healer.
Oh.
Has her own what is it called? Her own thing of tuning forks. And I think it's called the Earth Hum or something, and it's supposed to be the same vibration of like the gravitational pull of Earth, or you have to Google her and you'll get like a better idea of what that is. But she was very much into understanding frequency and vibration, so just by nature of being around her, I learned so much. And then I would do sound baths with her at the house all the time, and it was the one moment that my brain would be still, and I would go into like this trance, and I would see colors, and I would just meditate, and it was part of the manifesting aspect of things, of like finding your peace to get the clear message of what it is that you're being called to do at the moment. So I think her, and then once I had my own tuning fork and I realized what it does to my body and how it just really instantly puts me in stillness, I was like, oh, I gotta do some more research on this. This is great.
I love that. Wow. So what's next? Like what are the big new plans for New Vibe?
Oh man, you know, it's been really tricky because the space I have right now, like I said, is a boutique space. So it's not your same size as a mega gym. So I think I've been contemplating some other growth aspects of the business and what that means. So I've been constantly looking for new spaces that feel right, and in negotiations for a few different things when it comes to maybe a second location. And then I think the expansion, or the idea behind the expansion, is also I started a lot of at-home tutorials for kids, because I think it's really important that you practice whatever you're doing, not just for an hour a week, but when you're home as well. And a lot of times, just like if, you know, for us going to a school or something, if you learn something and you don't do your homework, you just immediately forget, and it's in one ear and out the other. So there's an extension for New Vibe called Vibe Check Tutorials. And it's some at-home tutorials to safely practice and revisit some of the things that they've done in class so they could do it at home as well. And then other than that, I mean, sky's the limit. Who knows?